Hello guys, welcome back to my channel. Now we're going to review the IMO 2024 problem 4. It's a geometry problem and I love geometry, so I tried to solve it. And here's my solution. We have a triangle with AB is less than AC is less than BC. Here AC is less than all of them, but it doesn't really matter. It doesn't change because the points are pretty much like interchangeable. So I is the intersection point of, I is the inserter and omega is the incircle of the triangle ABC. Let X be a point on line BC different from C such that the line through X and parallel to AC is tangent to omega. Well, yeah, I've built a line here. This is X. Similarly, Y is defined similarly but parallel from to AB. And AI intersects the circumcircle of triangle ABC at P, and let K and L be midpoints of AC and AB. Respectively, prove that KIL plus YPX is equal to 180 degrees. Okay, now first observation, when you draw a diagram using some good methods, you're going to see a lot of cyclic quadrilaterals, some collinear points, and this is one of those problems, you know, because right off the bat, if you draw a good diagram, you can see AIOP are they seem to be collinear and always defined by the intersection of those lines. And now we're going to prove. So if we prove that A, I, and O are collinear, then P will also be on that. And now we're going to prove AI is collinear. We know that AI, right? So hold on. We just connect these. I have two S's here, but it's okay. So here we know that this is a bisector, right? We know it. So this is a bisector too. Now we connect these. We know that HIJ and SIE are on the same line because SO is parallel to AB and RO is parallel to AC. So if the line IH is perpendicular to AC, it will also be perpendicular to RO, and that point will be J. And similarly, it will work for SI and D. And now we know that IG, O, and E is a cyclic quadrilateral, so this will also be a bisector, which means that the angles HIA and JIO will be equal to each other, meaning that if JH is the same, if JIH is one line, then so will have to be AIO. So AIO P are collinear. And I'm just going to connect this. Now, I've let these lines intersect the segments AB at R and AC at S. Now I'm going to remove these temporary lines and I'll maybe add them if needed later. Okay, now one good thing to see here is that now we have to prove that R, I, and S are collinear, but it's proved in the same way. We get IH, IJ, IS, IE. Well, let's just do it. Why did I delete it? Yeah, you get it the same way, right? You know IR is a bisector, IS is a bisector, and well, this angle will have to be this equal to this angle, but SIE is a one line, which means that RIS needs to be one line as well. Well, let's just call it S prime because well, we need that point. Let's just call it S prime for now. Oh, why am I deleting this? It's okay. I'll add it. I'll add it back. Okay. S prime. Well, now that we know this ROSA is a parallelogram. Why do we know that? Because RO is parallel to AC and RA is parallel to SO. Well, which means that the angle RAS is equal to the angle ROS. Well, this is a bisector too, so the angle RIO is equal to the angle ROA. Why is this a bisector too? Because, well, it's not supposed to go on Q. Just it's true. It's not supposed to go on Q. But the reason this is a bisector is because IJ and IE, you get this IGOE is a cyclic quadrilateral with 90 degrees, so IO is the diameter, and yeah, hence IO is bisector of the angle ROE, which means that if this is alpha, this is also alpha, and ROSA is a rhombus. Is a rhombus. Okay. Well then, if this is alpha, this is alpha, this is 180 minus alpha. And so is this 180 minus alpha. Minus alpha. Well, what does this tell us? We know that PC and PB are equal to each other. So if we connect this, we know that this is alpha, and the same way, this is alpha. We get PBXOP and PCICYOP cyclic. Okay, well, since we're talking about the angle XPY, we might as well just connect these. And we know that the angle APY or OPY is the same as the angle OCY. And the same goes for the angle OPX and OBX. But these angles, well, now we're going to need to connect to this, but we know K is a middle point of AC, but I is a middle point of AO because AROS is a rhombus, or AROSA, whatever. It's a rhombus, so I is the midpoint of AQ and K is the midpoint of AC, so IK is parallel to OC, which means the angle OCQ is equal to the angle IKL. And the angle OBX is equal to the angle ILK, which is the same as OPY, because OPY equals OCQ. And this equals OPX. We get angle ILK plus the angle IKL equals to the angle XPY. Or in other words, the angle XPY plus the angle KIL equals 180 degrees. And that's a nice place to stop.